Hello everyone, I have some very bad news. I will only be uploading one video a week. Yeah, I know, save your tissues real quick, okay? I know this is very sad, but I kind of have to do it, because this is the first week of school for me. Yay, we love school. And unfortunately, I can't upload a lot, so yeah. Oh, also, Six Flags might be going bankrupt in a year, so that's kind of nice. So yeah, this is actually pretty interesting. But Six Flags just came out with their Q2 earnings for the 2022 season or quarter year. I don't know how it is in business terms, but they just came out with it, and I'm just gonna spoil it now. It's not good. It is not good. If you don't know, the new CEO, Salim Basool, I think. Yeah. Well, okay. I'm just gonna call him Salim Basool. So the new CEO, Salim Basool, is going to make some big changes to Six Flags, and it's already starting to happen. And I hope by big changes he means good, because that's not what we're seeing. But before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to Great Bear Productions today if you want to get caught up with actually this. I mean, just subscribe because you get good content, I guess. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. I don't know why I wasted your time. So first, to understand what's happening now, we kind of have to understand, like, why are these changes being made? We have to look at the past. So in the early 2000s, and by that I mean like the turn of the millennia, Six Flags heavily invested in their parks. And when I mean heavily invested in their parks, I'm talking like 25 coasters in 1 year. Yeah, that's a lot of new rides, and that's just not, and nothing. That's not just for coasters. There's like a bunch of new rides. I think even like Giago, like, no, they didn't just open, or maybe they did. I don't know. Six Flags Worlds of Adventure. That was like a big park, like the biggest park in the world or whatever. They might have just opened. I don't know, and I'm too lazy to look it up. But put it simply, they put themselves in a lot of debt in the early 2000s, and they did go bankrupt in the earlier 2010s. So come the new decade of the 2010s, Six Flags recently just got out of their bankruptcy or something, and they're back. They're back in the game, but not as we thought. They started to put in really cheap additions to their parks every single year. That was kind of like their deal with the consumers or whatever, is that they put one ride at every new park, every park every single year. And that definitely did not help Six Flags at all, because Cedar Fair was putting in a couple of new rides, but actually good rides to a couple of their parks, while Six Flags was putting kind of alright rides to every single one of their parks. So that doesn't really help there, that they're spending a lot of money on very mediocre rides. Now, for marketing, yes, that is a very good thing, but in the long run, that did not work at all, because Six Flags became known as the discount chain because of the fact that they were very cheap. Advertisements were everywhere, prices were very low, which means the attendance was very high because a lot of people could afford to go to their parks. Really, the only thing good that came out of the 2010s was RMC, and Six Flags had a big, like, belief in them or whatever, and now they're kind of a world domination roller coaster manufacturers. So that's kind of cool, I guess. But that brings us to now. That's kind of literally a really brief history of what happened with Six Flags and why it's like really bad chain today. So yeah, a lot of their parks are pretty run down, not really well upkept, and all the stuff like that and everything. So last year, November of 2021, we had a new CEO come into place for Six Flags, Salim Basool. And he said he was gonna make a lot of big changes to the company. And he definitely meant it, because we are already starting to see a lot of changes. And are they good changes? Well, in my opinion, no they aren't. The first thing that happened with the Six Flags chain was that all of the prices were raised up heavily, and we have a new season pass system where basically you're paying more for less now. Like, look at this, $390 for one season pass. Like, what? There's no way anyone in their right mind is gonna pay that, unless you're like very rich and you can afford it. Not a lot of the general public cannot afford that. And you are getting way less now. Like, the membership is gone now. The Six Flags membership, that's completely gone now. Unless you had it and you're still paying for it, then yeah, you still have it. But for those of us that never got it, we can't get that anymore. And in my opinion, the biggest loss with the season pass system is they got rid of the dining plan. Like, what? Now, yeah, Salim did say, like, they're gonna return that and everything, which is good. But, like, come on, why would you get rid of the dining plan? That was such a good thing. Okay, so let's actually like look at the Q2 like snapshot and stuff. So we can see here that overall like the revenue has been good. It's been going up since 2021, and the attendance has been going down, which is exactly what Salim wanted. He wanted less people at the parks, which would raise, guest satisfaction because now there's less people there. And since the prices are raised, the people would spend more money there. Which I'm not gonna lie, it definitely seems to be working because the spending per capita is up because of those raised prices. But here's the problem. In the long run, I don't think that's gonna work. Now, yes, he did say that this is going to be a transitional year for Six Flags. So yeah, maybe everything's not gonna look good. But this is where it gets a little crazy. Salim wants to transition Six Flags from, a thrill seeker type park chain to more Disney or, Orlando Universal type stuff. And it's like, what? How do you expect to do that? Well, he actually tells us. What Salim wants to do is cater more towards the family. So what he's going to do is stop adding new additions to the park and improving the events that Six Flags has. So, to me, that doesn't sound good. Now, again, maybe I could be getting this wrong. Maybe he's doing more. But from what I've heard, he's just like adding new events and, improving them to make them more family friendly. Which, again, in the long run, that's not gonna work. Because, for one, Six Flags has already been established as like a thrill-seeking person park or whatever. The parks are meant for thrill seekers and teenagers to come at, which is basically their target audience, their main demographic. And to just switch that up all of a sudden, that is not going to work in the long run, as with most things that's happening. Basically, it all comes down to this. What do you go to an amusement park for? Why do you go to amusement parks? To have fun, right? Well, I would hope you have fun at amusement parks, but yeah, basically to have fun. What's the point of going back to an amusement park if there's nothing new for you to ride? If there's like no reason to go back to a park? Unless you're a coaster enthusiast, yeah, you're gonna go back like a lot because that's kind of what you do. That's kind of what we do. But we're like 5% of like their actual attendance. Everyone else is just GP, regular people, I guess. So if Salim is not going to add, or the parks are just not going to add anything new, they're going to continue seeing a drop in attendance because not many people are going to see worthy of going back there. Because, okay, an example. Let's say I went to Hershey Park like one time in like 2020, or 2021, how about that? And I wrote everything there and come back in 2022, and let's pretend Jolly Rancher Remix like never existed. Why would I come back to the park if I already did everything and nothing new's there? You see, it doesn't make any sense. You can't just not add rides and expect attendance to rise because, you're catering more towards family events now. That's just not how it's going to work. And especially with the fact that you're already catering more towards teenagers and thrill seekers. You can't just change that business model up. You would have to cater in, have to find a happy middle, a median, basically. You need to add rides for families and thrill seekers. You can't. It's gonna be really hard to transition to just one. You can't really just do that because it's already established. And plus, they already have a bunch of thrill rides, so it doesn't make any sense that they're going for more family stuff because you'd have to get rid of those thrill rides. I would think. I don't know. And they're also going to see a loss in attendance because of the fact that the prices are really high and their product is not worth the price that they're paying. The parks are dirty. I'm sorry. I mean, I've only been to 2 Six Flags parks, but from what I'm seeing, they're not the best well kept up. Kings Island. It's the cleanest park I've ever been to. That park is nice. They definitely maintain that park well. Great Adventure, it looked like it was built on top of an abandoned runway. I'm sorry, they just don't look good. If you're not going to keep on investing into the park, no one's going to go there. Because your product is not worth the price that people are paying to go to your parks. So yeah, basically, in the long run, I don't think this is going to work. Again, this is just a transitional year, so we're just going to have to wait and see. But in my opinion, this is not a good change at all. And I'm not even going to get into what's happening with the employees right now because that's just a whole nother can of worms. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Let me down in the comments below if I got anything wrong. I also will not be replying to every single comment anymore because it's just getting tiring for me. So I will still be replying to some and hearting a lot, but other than that, yeah, that doesn't mean I don't like you or anything. So just know that. Again, yeah, I will be uploading once a week, so all of the videos, like, if there's something new happens, I probably won't be able to cover it, because, I just can't do it. And there's also going to be a lot of times throughout the year or I'm not going to be uploading for a long period of time because of other commitments I have at school. So yeah, things are going to be happening. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I will see you all later. Bye.